guys, and today on our channel we have a BMW, and as you can see, this is M235i X-Drive version of that car. So this is four-wheel drive car, and let's check it out from the outside first. You know, it's a very good car in terms of even if you can use it daily, or you can drive it like, you know, the way you want it on the weekends, just to use it on the weekends. It doesn't matter, you know, this is a very good all-around vehicle. As you can see, the design is very BMW, and this car, when they came out with this car in 2015, it was very popular, and it was something that the enthusiasts were waiting for, and I think this car delivered very well. It has 328 horsepower, inline 6 engine that is mated to ZF transmission, automatic transmission, and it's M Sport, so it's basically almost M car. It's M Sport, it's M tuned vehicle, and I love these lights, very awesome looking lights, LED, also with daytime running lights. As you can see here, very sporty radiators over here. Cooling is on the top notch for this vehicle. It's a very sporty, so it uses a lot of cooling to cool its powerful engine. Look at these huge brakes. These brakes are M specific brakes, M compound brakes, and these wheels are wrapped in a very good tire. This is Pirelli tire, and it's one of the top tires that you can get for any vehicle, and I think this car is very good suited for this tire, and the tire for this vehicle as well. And it's 225 all around, and I like this wheel design as well. You see, you have the M Sport badges everywhere, so it's a very interesting car. You can distinguish other regular M cars from M Sport, M235 by these side mirrors painted in silver. Also, I like the proportions of this car. It's a little bit smaller side for my taste. I prefer sedans, but it's a very good weekend car, and I think for those who gonna drive this every day, you're gonna have a lot of fun. M specific M Sport exhaust, and they sound really good, and we're gonna check out sound a little later. So yeah, so this is M235i, guys. Pretty awesome car, and I'm really happy to have this car on my channel. Okay, let's check out interior on this car. And to enter, you have this M, or just a BMW key, but it's a regular BMW key, and you can unlock it by this trunk release here and panic. Also, you have lock over here with the BMW logo, but this car comes, of course, with keyless entry and keyless go, so you can just open it and lock it by tapping here, and unlocking by touching this door handle and opening the door. And as you can see here, this is a very sporty sitting position in this car. You see, you have a lot of bolsters in this vehicle. You can adjust them here. You have a lot of adjustments. You have bolsters here as well. We have an M Sport steering wheel, and let's check out this interior. I like this gear lever, very good, very sporty looking. You have an M badge here as well, because this is M Sport vehicle. You have a very good and one of the best and leading infotainment systems on the market is included with this vehicle. Of course, you have modes here. You have a Sport Plus by tapping to the top, and tapping bottom you got Eco Pro and Comfort as well over here. You can manage that by these buttons. You have a parking assist here. You have a traction control off here. So very good carbon fiber trim on this vehicle. It's a raw carbon fiber look, and it's really awesome. I really like this, and it looks really fitting to this car. And as you can see there, you have M performance options, and one of the options was to get with the carbon fiber is this suede type of Alcantara type of material here, and it's really good for this car. Harman Kardon sound system on this vehicle. Sounds really good. Some people didn't like it. I really like that sound system. It's very good bass, and sounds really nice, especially in such a small cabin like this one. So as you can see here, we have this M steering wheel. This steering wheel comes on every M car out there, either it's M3 or M5. This is the same steering wheel. The only difference is the M logo here is different. It's more engraved in the metal instead of plastic sticker, but that's the only difference. Steering wheel shape is the same, and that's what's good also about this car. You got all these features from this M division that the BMW has, but it's M Sport, so it still has that oomph and acceleration and the feel of the M cars, but it's a little bit less than, for example, M2 or M3. But for day to day, especially with four-wheel drive, I think this car has its own edge, and I really appreciate that. If we talk about these gauges, very minimalistic gauges, very BMW type of gauges, and they look really good. You have the red inside over here, and you have the very small and very thin needles, and they turn red at night, and it's really awesome, really sporty for this vehicle. You have the paddle shifters over here, and they're really good. Feel for the paddle shifters, really good. You just want to accelerate and use them in this car. You have the voice controls over here for the Bluetooth. You have the cruise control here. Unfortunately, this car didn't come with adaptive cruise, but I think it's not that important in such a sporty car, I feel. Also, you get, as you can see here, a very sporty looking design on these door handles, and as well as all the other features. Very high quality BMW type of interior, and it's appreciated, and it feels like this car was built in Germany, and you can really see the difference compared to other vehicles on the market, and it's very good build quality for everything. Okay, let's check out the engine on this beast. As well, you have here trunk release button right here, and you have some assists right here. I forgot to mention, but not a lot of assists in the car, but the most important is the lane keep and lane change assist, as well as automatic headlights are also included with this vehicle. So let's check out the engine. So as you see here, M Performance engine. This is that 330 horsepower engine that I think is a little bit downgraded in terms of how this car accelerates and how this car drives. I feel like this car produces more than 330 horsepower, but it's a BMW thing, and they always have been doing this type of thing. They always have been underrating their engines, and also all the German manufacturers doing that as well. I said that in my past videos about my Volkswagen, and I think it's one of the things why BMW or other German manufacturers have very good and very edgy vehicles in terms of performance. Let's check out the back of this vehicle, and as you can see, there is plenty of room here, and I think it could be somewhat comfortable being here if you are not a big adult, and if you're not 6 feet. I think you'll be comfortable here for short trips, and even for long trips for some people. I don't know, it depends on the how far is the trip, but I think it's a very good place to be. I also like these door sills, very sporty. M235i, for the owner to see these types of things is very interesting and pretty cool. As you can see, a couple of things here, but it's it's you know, you can fit 2 golf bags in here, and I think that would be plenty of space. You can also drop down these seats by these levers, you know, and I think you can travel, and you can have your bags here if you're going somewhere far, and it's gonna be pretty comfortable, this car. Now let's see how it is when you turn this beast on. Routine thing, you press the pedal, brake pedal down, and you press this button on the dashboard. Wow, and it roars to life. And as you can hear, it's a very powerful engine with that optional exhaust. It's really good. And now we're gonna start this vehicle. It's a warm start, but still sounds really good. Drive mode and sport. Not gonna go into Sport Plus. Sport Plus deactivates everything, including the stability control. So do that even in a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Do that only when you're on track. It's my suggestion. If you're an experienced driver, you can go into Sport Plus on the streets, but I wouldn't suggest that, because this car is very powerful, and more than, you know, you can regular person can handle. Okay, first impressions of driving this vehicle. Very sporty right away. I can feel how much this car in terms of suspension is planted on the road. This steering wheel, very good steering wheel, very sporty steering wheel. You can feel, it's a little bit hot over here, you can feel how this car feels on the road through this steering wheel. I know it's electronic compared to other vehicles that BMW made in the past. This car really good in terms of steering. I can tell you, like, it's 8 out of 10 in my opinion. And you know, let's see here, we are gonna be driving on the street first, and we're gonna see how this car fares in terms of the city driving in traffic. And I'm gonna tell you everything about it. This car is, you know, it was produced by the BMW because they needed to replace the 1 Series 135i when it came out. It was also a turbo engine, inline 6, and this car replaces basically that car in US market. I mean, 135i cars are still available. Right now there are 140i's, but they are still available in Europe and Germany. And this car is just for US market. This is a replacement for the 1 Series, so this is M235i. M stands for M Sport, so basically M division has tuned this vehicle. This is not pure M2 or any other vehicle that is M division produced, but this car, as you can hear, in terms of its dynamics and in terms of the way it drives and how it handles, this is more of an enthusiast car. If you compare this with the Volkswagen, this would be Golf R compared to my GLI. We are finally coming onto the highway ramp. Wow. And as you can hear and as you can see, it puts the smile on my face. Very nice car. It holds the RPM, and it's a sports car for sure. Yeah, it really gives you that feeling of a sports car. So on that part, this car is really nice. I can't really go quick here because Brooklyn traffic is always Brooklyn traffic. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it puts the smile on your face every time you put this car in a sport mode. Even if you don't put it in a sport mode, still, you know what this car is. You have it, you drive it, and it's just a very good feedback when you push the gas pedal. It's a very good feedback through your body, you know, when you sit in this car. Also, steering wheel tightens up when you drive this car fast. It makes the steering wheel tighten up a little bit more than when you drive from stop to stop. On a highway, it's more tighter. You can hear the turbo as well in this vehicle. As you can see, the driving position in this vehicle is sit very low. You sit comfortably well, and it makes you feel like, you know, you're driving a car that is performance vehicle. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you on the next video. See you next time. Subscribe.